Hello again, rally car fans. So we have an interesting model. It's made by a brand CM's. They don't exist anymore as a company, but they made some cool models back whenever they were around. This is of the Datsun Violet GT from the 1981 Côte de l'Ivoire. There's no way I'm pronouncing that right because I'm not French, but there's the base. Took it off and I installed the antenna already. It was taped in a bag on the bottom of the base. The Violet dates back to 1973, but this is the second generation, which would be the A10 series, and that was available between 1977 and 1981. It's a front engine inline 4, probably a 2-liter in this rally car, but I think they had 1.4 liters as well. And this was the most successful rally car in Nissan's history, according to Wikipedia. It won the Safari Rally between 1979 and 1982 with Shekhar Mehta. So I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correct. What's really notable about that is the Safari Rally is the most grueling rally on the circuit. Only 1 in 5 cars tend to finish the race. So to finish is an accomplishment. To win it for 4 straight years, that's just really impressive, really. The only other car to do that was the Toyota Celica GT4, which won between 1992 and 1995. Okay, so this car, number 4, was driven by Tino Salonen, and Mr. Salonen won the 1980 Rally New Zealand and this 1981, however you pronounce that, race. So this is a race-winning model we have here. Okay, so that's all I learned about this thing. So it's a very boxy styling of. It's very common in the 70s. So, but I kind of like it. You know, it's just. Yeah, actually, this looks like a BMW 3 Series, doesn't it? Like one of the early ones. Quite interesting. Okay, well, anyways, these wheels here, they're painted gold. The tires are rubbery. They're a little bit slab-sided. There is air passing between those spoke holes, so that's pretty nice. I think all CMs tend to roll. Okay. And they all usually have tampo printing, so the printing should stay good for a long time. This one's got some plastic mud guards, and it's interesting. It's a separate piece, at least the rear ones. Yeah, it looks like the front ones are separate as well, so interesting. It's got these little blobby mirrors, but they're okay. Yeah, so the driver's names, unfortunately, are not very legible. No, that's the navigator, but that must be Timo Salonen right there. Oh, sorry for the paint on my fingers. I'm always painting models, so I always have dirty fingers. Okay, so yeah, there are 4 lights in here. It's hard to tell because I think they're backed by black. So they are clear plastic, but they're just showing the black behind there. And it's got this little slot-shaped brush guard, and then 4 additional lights, but they're just painted silver. Unfortunately, it's not separate plastic. Castrol printed there on this little front spoiler. Yeah, it's interesting how that front spoiler matches the line of the fender, so that's cool. Alright, so yeah, printing looks good. Well, this is also interesting. The hood vents here are printed. They're not physically molded. Interesting. They look nice, though. The wiper blades are just printed on, so that's not very good. And then, yeah, I inserted that antenna. It's just a friction fit, no big deal. Some paint rash developing on this model, being red. That's very common. This side here, yeah, nothing majorly different or wrong. So a little bit of silver paint here on the window surround, but only back there. What about this side? Yeah, silver here, black here. Silver. It's interesting. Why wouldn't there be silver carrying across the top like in the photograph? Strange. Some sort of like, maybe a passive air vent there for the cabin. But it's just printed on there. Okay, back end we got some pretty thick clear taillights, and they have pretty good separation of colors. And then it's got a real license plate number, so that's nice. Kind of a weak exhaust tip, but it's pretty small in diameter, so. Okay, see, now the rear window does have silver everywhere. And the windshield does too. So weird that the side ones don't. CM's puts nothing on the bottom. So I've actually started to just print off my own labels. So when I compare these, throw them in other videos, I know what the car is. So it's just totally blank usually. And this press fit together, so maintenance or mods would be difficult. There's some tire grooves. I don't know if those would be called treads. They're grooves. But anyways, I'm pretty sure this is the best 1/64 scale Datsun Violet of the second generation. Please tell me if I'm wrong, because if there's a better one, I'll probably buy it. But I like rally cars. This is cool. I mean, I'd never seen this car before anywhere. Not on the internet, not on magazines, not on TV, not on, not on YouTube. So that's what I like about this hobby. In particular, this CM's brand, they tend to introduce me to a whole lot of vehicles that I never knew about. So that's the fun part for me, discovering new vehicles. Alright, well, let's let this guy take a spin. And I did a video a while back on the Konami, I think it is, the Nissan Datsun Violet. See, Konami calls it the Nissan Violet. That's what it's saying on the bottom. It's saying KP710 on the bottom of this thing. So, okay, well, that Konami's pretty cool. It's got a light tan interior, so it's got a multiple color interior. Oh, duh, I didn't even talk about the interior of this guy, so let's go back. So you can see a roll cage. It's kind of low. Sorry. But look, there's a spare wheel right there. And it's the same wheel as the outside. It's gold. It doesn't have the same tread though. Interesting. I wonder if that's a rubber tire or plastic. But let's see about the seats. Yeah, look at that. That's pretty cool. Not all CMs have interior details, but this one's pretty neat. It's got some, what is that, seatbelt seats? I guess that's what it's supposed to say. I almost feel like those seatbelts are painted. I don't think that's a decal, because it looks like they're raised black plastic, and then they printed the red and yellow on top of it. So that's cool. What about the dash? I don't see any instruments in there. No dashboard gauges, but the door panels seem to be black. Anyways, I guess that's it. I really like those seat harnesses. They're neat. And obviously that spare wheel is really cool. Better view there this time around. Alright, so that's cool. Very cool indeed. I really wish CMs was still in business. They did some really cool subjects. I'd like to get one of every one of their castings. But there's almost no information about this brand online. The only information I find is on eBay, what people are selling. So yeah, I'm pretty sure I don't have every one of their castings. It might be a while because I don't even know what they made. So, if anyone knows of like an online source of every CM's castings, please let me know so I'll add them to my wish list. Alright, but anyways, for today, we learned a little bit about this Datsun Violet or Nissan Violet, and it's a cool one. I'm pretty happy with it. Alright guys, well, I hopefully catch you in the next review. Thanks, bye.